Headline number 4, Anne, is that this is cool. I fought for this story, Anne. You didn't like this story,
No.
but you know who did? A&M. And I can't
know.
wait to put you on the spot with this one. Headline number 4 is Chick-fil-A plans to launch a new delivery-only concept called the Little Blue Menu. And here's the gist, or some might say the grist. According to QSR, set to debut in fall in Nashville, Tennessee, Little Blue Menu will showcase 3 new virtual restaurants, as well as Chick-fil-A's typical fare. They are called Flock and Farm, Garden Day, and Outfox Wings. Chick-fil-A will deliver within a 10-mile radius around Little Blue Menu's Nashville facility, and also plans to send drivers out in hybrid electric vehicles. And like I said, I love this story, and so did A&M. And so you get the tough question today. And does Chick-fil-A have the permission to expand into adjacent businesses? And would this be the type of business you would have launched if you were the CEO of Chick-fil-A versus something more similar to their current model, but substitute chicken for something like beef or pork? Maybe, and A&M's really bringing it here, something called pulled pork-a. That is, by the way, the greatest question of all time through our friends at the A&M Consumer and Retail Group. Pulled pork-a. I love it.
Pulled pork-a. Put an A on it. Is that how we're going to roll Chick-fil-A?
That's how we're rolling it.
So here's the thing. As much as I'm like kind of over this whole, like, we're just going to throw a bunch of stuff on the menu and call it, a ghost.
Are you coming around on this?
The problem is I can't come up with a good enough argument against it. And so the key point here is that they're going to virtual fulfillment. Like that's the headline for me here. Not that they're expanding their menu. Like we're going into virtual kitchens, which I think makes a lot of sense. People rave about their delivery that they're already doing out of their existing stores. I think more choice for the customer is always a bonus. Now, the question for me, though, comes down to profitability. Like, are you going to, as a consumer, I mean, one of our favorite restaurants here in Minneapolis, like over the pandemic, they expanded beyond being an excellent burger restaurant. And now they have a shake restaurant out of there. They have a hot chicken sandwich company out of there. And they do now they're doing bowls and other things out of this concept. Red Cow.
Oh, thank you. Okay,
sorry.
Got it.
Anyway, and for me, it's like, I'm still going there because I like the burgers and that's the primary thing. I'm ordering takeout of that same old menu. Now, to have all of the investment in, the product and having that on hand, like how many people though are going there and are ordering all of those options? It's like the Cheesecake Factory. Like you just get to this point, I think, of so much choice. And are you able to continue to make it profitable by offering all this
I disagree with that psychologically.
Okay.
I totally disagree with that psychologically because I think you're honestly mixing the metaphor of physical in-store shopping or physical in-store eating with how you're experiencing things online. When I agree, like Cheesecake Factory, you go in, the menu's big, it's overwhelming. That's not what's happening here, because online you're filtering all that out in terms of what you want to look at and explore. And all these concepts are standalone too. So they're not going to necessarily, put them all together all the time. But I think what I love about it is, one, it's an easy way to experiment with new menu items. 2, it's a page right out of the Kroger book, which we talked about last week, which is expanding into markets without needing a physical presence. And there are probably a lot of places where Chick-fil-A still is questioning whether or not it needs to have a store, whether it wants to go into that market. There's a lot of people that are rabid for Chick-fil-A. When they go into the town that has a Chick-fil-A, they'll eat it like crazy. Like I can remember people going to Denver for the first time, like, I'm getting some Chick-fil-A. And I'm like, what? Okay, fine. You want to get Chick-fil-A? Or like we did with In-N-Out Burger. Yeah. Like imagine if In-N-Out Burger did this in Minneapolis. Like now you like that idea, right? Like I do. I love the idea. So and then you get the experimentation. So I just think it's really cool. The only question for me is like how they're working it out with the franchisees in the areas where the franchisees operate. Like, are they getting a cut? Are they doing it outside of their zones? Yeah. Because the franchisees are really important to Chick-fil-A in terms of how it operates. Like there's some of the best run stores out there. That's because of how they manage that relationship, I think. But I don't know. Last word.
Testing is one thing, but you still have to, I guess I still disagree with you. Like you still have to buy all the inventory to fulfill all of the orders that are on that menu.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're still, if people aren't going to be buying across that, like your examples are saying, I'm going for Chick-fil-A, I'm going for In-N-Out Burger. Like, yes, you're going for those things, but I'm saying like, if they don't see the demand across all the places, like A&M is asking, like, do they have the right to expand into all these categories? I don't know that it's going to be successful for them.
I don't know either, but like food ingredients scale fairly well. Right. And so the Chick-fil-A is still the master. They're still offering Chick-fil-A out of this facility. Right. So, time will tell if they get other interests in those other product categories. But again, the ingredients are probably pretty similar. So if you think about it, being able to, if you can scale this, which again, who knows, it's just an experiment. I think it's pretty cool.